What is up, y'all? Hope you guys doing well. Welcome to just a little talk, a little bit of coffee, and a little bit of just business and influencer tips. So today we're going to talk about some of the like just getting started, like how to get started, how to get into the flow, how to get how to get the camera gear and the things that you need to get started. And this is one of the things that really trips a lot of people up. And I just want to say that the gear does not matter. The stuff that you have does not matter. It's all about creating the content. And I think once we really understand that and we get that out of the way, we can get straight to the point. And the most important thing, and I want to say this first, the most important thing is to make sure that you are creating content on a consistent basis and that you're putting yourself out there on a consistent basis, that you're creating videos, that you're creating your images. Make sure you're doing that stuff on a consistent basis, because the more you do it, the more you get used to putting yourself out there, the more you get used to creating that type of content, the better you will get. Now, you may not grow, but you will get better at creating that content. And the better you get at creating that content, the more people will be able to see that, hey, this person is really good at what they're doing. So you don't want to be putting out content and every now and then and not really getting better or improving at that content. So when it comes to gear, you want to select the gear that is going to help you do it more consistently. So let's say, for example, you don't really know Final Cut Pro that well. Let's say you don't really know how to edit videos that well. Well, you want to do the minimal as possible. You want to dive into how to get to the point as quick as possible. Like, for example, right now I have a nice camera, I have a microphone, and I have my editing software, which is Final Cut Pro. I know how to use all of those things, how to match up the audio, how to do that and do it quickly. So that's why I'm okay with doing that, right? For most people, when you're especially just starting out, the best thing to do is just to start with your phone. You don't need to buy a camera. You don't need to purchase anything. You may just need a phone and a tripod like this, something that you can just set up like this really quickly and set it up like this, set it on the table.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you please repeat it?
And start recording. So with Siri excluded, some people get caught up into like trying to buy cameras, trying to buy these different, like Canon, Sony, and different cameras, point and shoot cameras. Now these are great. Now these will help you get a little bit better quality than your cell phone. In some cases your cell phone might even be better, but get a little bit better quality on there. And also be able to, just have everything onto a SD card that you can plug into your computer and start to edit. Now, you don't necessarily need that, but if you do want a little bit better quality, you can do that. But don't get something that is going to prolong your experience. So a lot of us sit there and we take hours and hours and days and months trying to figure out which camera to buy, or we invest in camera gear that we don't know how to use, and it ends up prolonging the process of actually getting out there and creating content. So you need to take yourself to that next level of creating content as quick as possible, and the best way to do that, to be honest with you, if you're getting started, is a cell phone. Now after that, you have things like DSLRs, and let me see if I can find one in here. Here is my Fujifilm X-T3, which does not have a cap on right now, but it's okay. My Fujifilm X-T3 is a DSLR type camera, mirrorless camera that you can vlog with, you can do things like that with. But honestly, this is for someone who's more experienced. And if you're just getting started, if you don't know how to use a camera, then I would not recommend starting off with something like this. One, it makes it difficult for you to start recording and start to generate content. A lot of people won't create content because of the gear that they have. And if anything is standing between you and creating content, you need to eliminate that from the equation. So I hope that makes like sense to you. If it takes you a long time to get this set up and get this recording and get this going, you're less likely to create content with it. But if you have something like a cell phone that you always have in your hand anyway, you're much more likely to create content with something like that versus some of the other options or the more expensive options. You also want to think about your return on investment. If you are investing into a camera that you're not quite sure how to use yet, you're not quite sure what type of content you want to create yet, and you're not sure how often you're going to be creating this content, does it really make sense to invest in a camera or some type of equipment that's going to put you down some money? So the best thing to do is to start where you are and with what you have. There are editing softwares on your phone. Some of them are already installed. If you have an iPhone, you can start with iMovie. You can record to your phone, and then you can just import those images straight to iMovie and start editing there. Maybe you don't want to edit. Well, maybe you need to get better at just doing videos like this nonstop. I've just been talking. I'm not even going to edit this. I'm just going to put it in the software, export it, and no edits, and we're uploading straight to Facebook and IG. So those are things that you need to think about. How can I make the process as simple as possible so that I can create content as consistently as possible, not get frustrated, and actually be able to put out quality content? It's not about the gear. It's all about the consistency and also about the quality of your work. Is your content good? Is it good enough for people to watch? And if it's good enough for people to watch, they'll watch it on anything you record it on. So I hope that helps. And I will see you guys the next time. All right. Peace.